Welcome to the Gospel of Two Wheels, everybody, where the coffee's hot, we have a super rare bike in the house, and your comments are absolutely ridiculous. There's my dad, Scott Spradling, 5280 James coming in, Jameson Nygaard. There's my mom, Suzanne Spradling. Make sure you guys all say hi to my parents, or you will be punched in the face directly. So, yeah, we're starting a little bit early because I want to give people a chance to see that we are here. I didn't get the post made early. Anyway, whatever. I forgot to make the post last night that this was all going to happen. Because, yeah, I've been a little bit busy with this thing. So today, guys, this podcast is all about the Fantic XE300. And I guess anything else you want to ask questions about. But my goal is to answer any questions you have about the XE that I can. Obviously, I don't know everything by any means. Since we just got it, it hasn't even been off-road yet. It's just been ripped up and down the frontage road. And I want to address a couple people's ridiculous... Stephen Becky Peterson, what's happening? If you're watching this and you're one of those people who complained about my ums and ahs and the fact that I wasn't like all polished and happy, and I probably repeated myself a bunch of times on that first video. Suck it! I'm so excited about this motorcycle. I'm just filming and getting the stuff out there as fast as I possibly can. So you guys can suck it. I don't care. And one of my favorites like, I didn't subscribe here to hear you say like, okay, then don't. Like, sorry about your free subscription. Anyway, guys, I'm super excited about this motorcycle. It's rad. Yeah, and then my mom said, remember, thumbs up. Yeah, oh crap. We got a lot of people already on here. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. And if you're watching on YouTube, you have to back out of the chat, like close the chat down, hit the thumbs up, and then come back into the chat. Dutton asks what's happening. Cody Roberts, Francisco Diogo, which is an awesome last name. I hope I said that right. Brilliant name. Dirk Lawyer, what's happening? I will never be polished. I love it. Dirk says, good morning to you, brother. Don't be polished. I can't be. The old saying, you can't polish a turd. That's me. Yeah, it's awesome. Tired of asking if you're going to move to South Africa when you're going to come right here. Hagar, I'm definitely never, ever moving to South Africa. I like the United States way too much. I really do want to come ride there, though. I'm like, seriously, that's definitely a bucket list thing. And I'm coming to Nepal this year. And by the way, we do have a couple spots left for Nepal. I'm trying to fill that sucker up. So let me know if you're interested. It's $5,500 plus your airfare there. All told, it's going to be about $7,500 to $8,000 depending on when you buy your tickets, where you're flying from and all that. But it is a comprehensive, fully inclusive 12 days in Nepal. So it's going to be awesome. Kenneth Keller, God bless you. And yeah, by the way, God bless everyone here. Yeah, I'm excited. Ooh, Dirt Church video coming out this Sunday morning. Finally got one filmed. It's been too long. So, Dustin S., wish I lived closer. Would love to take that for a rip. Yes, that is going to be available this weekend. Dave Brayman, by the way, thank you for all that candy. I have diabetes now. Zach Farcash, what's happening, dude? Yeah, I will be out at Peach Valley with this thing. Now, I'm going to be filming. Hang on, this is important. I'm going to be filming with the kids, so it's not going to be like a ride day for everybody to take a rip on it, because my kids are going to be riding it and banging on it pretty hard, and I want them to have like all the time that they need on it, because they're my kids. First of all, I love them more than I love you guys, even more than I love the Punk Rock Club. And I want them to get like a full experience, and I want to test that thing. So I will be out there this weekend. I'm not going to say exactly when, because I don't want a huge crowd. If you come out there, we're out there, come on over. Please come over if we're out there. Say hi, check it out, and we'll definitely let you take it for a rip. But I am not going to announce it. Now, I will be doing that when this is all healed up, which is very soon. Actually, I slept with the splint off, and I'm able to move it a little bit. Doctor's orders, move it a little bit and all that. So, anyway, yeah. When I get this all healed up, I will have a ride day where everybody can come and ride it, and it'll be crazy. You can crash it. I won't care, whatever. So, Sarah Giles, I love the name Rocky, but it's a girl because all my bikes are girls, and I'm not going to go into the total guy joke about that, but yeah, it's a girl. It looks like Bianca is winning, which is interesting. I would have chosen something different, but I'm going to let the internet choose. Make sure you go onto YouTube, guys. Go to our community tab or wherever. I don't know how you find it from outside of my channel, but go to the community tab, look at my post, vote for a name. Bianca is crushing it, by the way. Seth Salisbury, what's happening? Seth, come by the shop Saturday and pop wheelies. Absolutely, please do. Hagar, what's your thoughts on KTM? I know they're still strong in the dirt bike scene, but everything else seems bad. Great question, Hagar. So I only have an opinion. I don't know much other than what I've seen. So like what everybody else has seen, but I will say that my thoughts on KTM is that they are not going anywhere. They're going to still be strong. They're going to be like an amazing brand, but I think it's going to be a little bit before they kind of regroup. The problem is that they are hurting, obviously, and they're going to have to cut costs and regroup financially. So there's our thumbs down. What's up, thumbs down person? Can't say anything because you're too soft. So I think they're going to be around. I think they're going to regroup, and I think they're going to absolutely crush it. Like, personally, I think they're going to dominate eventually. But I think for a little bit, it's going to be brutal. Now, if they don't regroup and like sell some things off and maybe get rid of Husqvarna and Gas and really like circle the wagons, then maybe they go out of business. I don't know, but I think they're going to make it. I think it's going to be fine, but I do think it's going to be a little bit. Brandon T, what's happening? Ryan Mills, my beta horn still doesn't work. Dang. TJ Karn, what's happening, my man? Let's see. Have you named the bike yet? I was thinking maybe Reba or some redhead name. Reba McIntyre, that's awesome. How close to the YZ engine is the motor? Like you could easily swap Yamaha parts over. So let's start with that question. By the way, again, everybody's watching this. I love seeing y'all. We are here to talk about the Fantic, so get your questions in. Hopefully I will be able to see it. The Cycle Farm, this is the can't get it up guy. This is the thumbs down guy. Idaho Falls, Hunter Sickinger. So, the motor is not a YZ. I think transmission parts probably swap. The clutch swaps. I haven't like taken it apart and looked, but I've looked at the clutch picture. I'm assuming it swaps. It looks just like a YZ clutch. Obviously, all the chassis parts and stuff like that swap. But the cases are different. At least the right case. Well, actually, both cases are different. The right case is different because it allows for the starter to come in from the back. It comes in. You know what? Let me see if I can do this. I think. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I can link. How do I link? Oh boy, sorry. That's not what I meant to do. I don't know how to link the phone. Sorry. I was gonna see if... Sorry, everybody. 1 second. Okay. Well, I can't do it. Anyway, the starter comes in from behind where the Kickstarter would be. So it comes in and it turns the same gears that the Kickstarter would be turning, which is super cool and a really brilliant idea because it can sit underneath the throttle body since there's no carburetor there, and since it's a Yamaha-based motorcycle and the induction is into the cylinder, the throttle body's up higher than on the KTM, so everything fits. But the cases are definitely different, and then the left side case is pretty different from where the stator and everything goes. So, yeah. So yeah, that's that. And I don't think so. I bet you could swap clutch parts. I bet you could swap water pump parts. And we're gonna find all this out as we go, but we'll see. See, goose to the handlebar. Jerry Kendrick, how's the hand? Hand is good. Pins are out. I'm moving it. I'm just being careful for the next couple weeks so I don't mess anything up. Nathan Franson, no update on the secret tire testing. It's driving me nuts. But I can say it's still working very well. So, anyway, hopefully very soon. Chris B, Michael Cole, Ryan Mills, saying hi. I'm missing, like, guys, thank you for all the things. I'm going to try to get everybody here. So, hello from Belgium, everyone. Congrats for your Fantic. I can't wait to hear you say about it. What kind of rubbers on it suck? Oh, Metzler 6 days. But whatever. They got to be DOT, all that stuff. Oh, there's another thumbs down. Another person probably not willing to speak up and be manly enough. How heavy is it? Seems like it's going to be a boat with all the electronics and lights. Tom and Battle Axe, it's 254 wet, like with gas in it. I weighed it. What gearing does the new bike come with? 1450. Feels pretty tall in first. It also does 80 miles an hour in fifth, I happen to know. Hagar says, yes, I have to agree. I have a funny feeling they might focus more on dirt bikes. Just sad they battling like that. Maybe bit off more than they can chew. 100%. I think KTM did bite off way more than they can chew. They tried to be like Toyota and like have a Lexus and Scion, but they ain't Toyota because they don't sell nearly as many stuff. Francisco Diogo, how many liters in the gas tank? It is 9 liters or 2.3-ish, basically 2.4 gallons. Dustin S. I noticed the case was different just for ease of if you needed something in a pinch. It would be great if you could just run Yamaha stuff. Yeah, Dustin, for sure. Like I said, the clutch, like the internal part of the clutch, obviously it's got a Brembo master cylinder, so that's good. That's just KTM. The hose, that's on the other side. It looks like a stock hose. The slave cylinder is way different looking. But so I'm sure that's got to come from Fantic or whoever makes it. I don't think it's a Brembo slave. It says something else on it. I mentioned it in a video. By the way, guys, what do you think of the videos coming out? 4 videos to kind of like break it up and not be one giant long video. By the way, members, a quick plug for the members. Members, you are going to be getting lots of more content early and probably just more content on the Fantic than everybody else. The members right now have the full video, the full unboxing all the way till riding it video. It's already up on their site. They can check it out. And I will be doing some members only Q&A and things like that. So that's going to happen. Kenneth Keller, thumbs down. People make their summer money as pool skimmers. Panic Rev 3 billion is a lot to come back from for sure. 5280 James, have you looked into tuning the ECU since you're removing the emissions controls and catalytic pipe? I have not, but I'm pretty sure that my guy in Romania flashed it for competition only because it runs really good with that stuff removed. And yeah, so I think that they took, because when they flashed it, they had to like unlock it and all that stuff at the dealership. And yeah, anyway, we'll talk about that. If you want a Fantic, let me know. We can make this happen. But they unlocked it, and when they did, I think they flagged because it runs really good with the catalytic pipe. That, or the other thing I thought is when you plug the map switch in, which is not on its stock, that might unlock the good ECU. I don't know, but it runs great so far. We'll see. I need my spec tires. Let's start that testing. Yeah. What is the weight difference, if all, between the Fantic and Yamaha? Oh, it's massive, Dustin. Yamaha wet with the stock tank is probably 230-ish. So it's 24 pounds. It's quite a bit. It's not that different from a KTM because it's already got like the headlight, and the headlight's pretty heavy. It's nice, but it's pretty heavy. 18-inch wheel with a big tire, big tank, skid plate, no handguards on it. But so anyway, it's very comparable to any of the European stuff with lights. Regardless of what you think, I have tested and weighed all these things. They're all about the same. Like, I don't care what the paper says. They're all around 250. Some of them are a little lighter when they're bone stock, for sure. But by the time you put everything on them, they all, like all my bikes, even my YZ, end up being like around 260. The lightest one I ever had was 250 with everything on it, and that was pretty sweet. That's my current KTM. So Premix or oil injection, it is oil injected, and eventually I will delete that when I can get a bigger tank. Let's see. Chase right now, how are the Orgos compared to the YZ? It's exactly a YZ. The chassis is 100% YZ. I mean, the handlebars are probably a different bend than we get stock, but I mean, the peg, frame, everything. It's a YZ250 right now, 100%. Feels really good. How does Fantic get away with selling Yamaha products? Josh Roche, they just buy chassis from Yamaha, and then they built their own motor. That motor is not a Yamaha motor. It's heavily based on a Yamaha motor, but it is not a Yamaha motor. It's built by Minarelli. The fuel injection is not Yamaha. It's I think it's Delorto, which is terrifying, honestly. So we'll see how that holds up. But it looks like a Kean, but it's not a Kean, so I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. That could be the big downfall. The same with the Minarelli, man. Italians make beautiful things, but sorry, Marco, if you're watching. Yeah, so we'll see. But yeah, so it's a Minarelli engine, heavily based on Yamaha. Justin Race, will it be available in the U.S. eventually? I can say yes. I can't say how much I know about that, but yes. Weeby Racing, do I think a Yamaha motor would swap into it? 100%. 100%. You can rip all that off and put a YZ motor in it, no problem. Gordon Stimmel, congratulations on the Fantic and good morning. Is it so great question. Everybody keeps asking, is it counterbalanced? No, it is not counterbalanced. And I'm going to make a video of all the big questions I get most, but since you're live, you're asking questions, I will answer them. It is not counterbalanced, but it vibrates way less than a big bore YZ because they put a real crank in it, like a balanced crank for a 300. So that's a huge difference. And then also it vibrates way less than, I don't know about way less. It definitely vibrates less than my Beta that is counterbalanced. So, but it vibrates more than my KTM by a lot. You can definitely tell the difference between a KTM, a new KTM, the 17 and newer, and this is noticeable. But when Zach rode it, I asked him about the vibrations, and he's like, well, I didn't notice it. So it's not that bad. Tyler Tabor, best place to get parts for Fantic. I'm going to be calling my buddy in Romania when I need parts that are Fantic specific. The chassis stuff's all YZ. And I got lots of stuff coming. I got a Mako 360 coming. I got all bulletproof designs, everything for it coming. I got new wheels coming for it. I got some super duper double secret suspension parts that I'm not going to talk about yet because I want to get you guys in. Yeah, I'm really excited. It won't be secret when I put them on. There's nothing, it's not like the tire thing. When I put them on, there will be no secrets, but I'm freaking excited. Will it be hard to get aftermarket essential protection parts? No, Brian King. Essential protection parts are crazy. Like I said, bulletproof designs got me all covered, 100%. Map switch is wild with the number thing. Dark magic. Yeah, Keith McQueen. It is dark magic. Dave Brayman, have you figured out the tittling process? Tittling. I don't know what you mean. You talking about mapping? Maybe I did figure that out. Did you confirm the frame, the entirely the same brakes wheels? Yes. Tom's Battle Axe. The frame, chassis, all that is 100% Yamaha. 100%. It's just a YZ250. It's even got the YZ250 rear axle, YZ250 front axle, spacers. Although, well, not the spacers. It's got a wheel speed sensor on the one side, so that's a little funky. So I won't be able to put a big disc guard on it, like one of those big ones. I don't run anyway. Let's see. Brakes are all Nissan and just YZ. Triple clamps are YZ. Pipe is YZ. I don't know if that's up on the video yet, but I put a picture of it. I took a YZ 250 pipe and just goes right on. Mike Shannon, yes, it does have an LED light. John Sainsbury, YZ250X 229 wet. Hey, I was right on there. I said between 220 and 230, so right on. Smash that thumbs up, guys. Yeah, Jab Boar, absolutely. If you're watching, there's 100. This is the biggest one of these I've ever done. There's a ton of you guys watching. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. You got to back out of the chat and bam, nail it. I think if Yamaha would take the 250X direction of the Fantic, they would make some bank in my eyes. I believe that also, Dustin. Oh, titling process. There we go, Dave Raymond. I know what I'm going to do, but I haven't done it yet, and it will be just fine. KYBs, and do the wheels crossover with anything else if you check. Andy Krause. Yes, KYB front and rear. It's just YZ stuff. And the wheels are YZ. So, yeah. And I've got wheels coming from Yermosi Wheels. I'm really hoping those maybe show up today because I got some cool guy tires to put on those wheels and whatever. Marlon Mendez coming in from, it looks like, Brazil. What's happening, man? Are you planning on running that Bulletproof Designs linkage guard? Added that with my Aturbi skid plate for more protection. Dustin, I am not as of yet. I've run those in the past. I honestly find that they tend to hold dirt and crap in there and then cause that bearing to wear out. But I am going to be running an SXS skid plate with a lot of protection back there. It's not that I think those linkage guards are bad. I think they're actually pretty good. But for me and the reality of my ability to do maintenance, I will, yeah. I've felt like they kind of hold stuff in there and I don't get it clean. Morgan, is this the only known Fantic in the U.S.? It's the only known Fantic XE300 in the U.S. I know that there's a guy in California that has a couple of the MX bikes, a 125 and a 250, but I'm pretty sure this is the only 300 XE. I haven't heard from anybody else. David Kersey, parts doesn't scare me since it's so close to Yamaha anyway, but I worry I would have been the diagnostic with an EFI system that is not common here. But congrats, this is going to be huge for the channel. Yes, David, that is my big concern. If you guys want to know what my biggest worry about this bike is all the electronics. 100%. I honestly, if they had had an option for the E-Start and just a normal carbed motor with a 300 and the right crank in it, I would have bought that 100%. Because, I don't know. This is better for YouTube. But, yeah, I'm definitely worried about that. The mapping seems pretty good. I've heard complaints about mapping from other folks, but that's been on the 24s. And I know that they did some changes in February of last year. I don't know. They did some changes on the 25s, and it's good so far. We'll see though. I'm going to ride it. It could be a huge pile of crap. So in a roundabout way, it's a Yamaha. Yeah, kind of. Cycle Farm. That's what I want. That's what I want. It's like my old TM, the idle is fast start choke time. Yeah, absolutely. It's just like that. Are big tanks available in Europe? Not yet that I know of, which sucks. And I hate the plastic tank. I will just say that. I freaking cannot stand a black plastic tank. That is the stupidest thing in the world. Sorry, Fantic. That was a massive miss. Huge swing and a miss on that. Like, a clear tank would have been good. Chris McCollum says, doesn't Yamaha own Fantic? No, they do not. Yamaha never owned Fantic. They owned Minarelli for a little while, which is the motor builder. But Fantic bought Minarelli from Yamaha, and that's why this is even possible for this to come to the States and why there will be more in the States eventually. Because Yamaha did have kind of a block on Fantic in the States and other places too, because they owned them, or they owned Minarelli, which was their motor. Anyway. And so they had a block on them for a while, but when they sold that motor company back to Fantic, or maybe not back to Fantic, but to Fantic, that all went away. And so there's nothing, Yamaha is not keeping anything from happening here. Is there any way to add multiple tunes to switch between on the fly? So Dustin, yes, there is there's a map switch, and then each map you can have a level of traction control too. So like in a different level of traction control. So it's really cool. Which is traction control is not real traction control. There's no wheel speed sensor. There's none of that. It's just like on the KTM and stuff like that. It's a dumbing down of the ignition system, I think, and power valve probably. Are you going to blatantly blow this one up too? No, I'm not. Hopefully not. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe that was good for YouTube also. But So yeah, you can change all that stuff. You can change the map, like the 2 maps on the fly, and you can add traction control on the fly. You can't adjust the level of traction control on the fly, but it's pretty cool. I mean, I really haven't messed with it yet. Definitely not in the dirt, so we'll see. And then I believe there will be an app. I hear there is an app. I'm trying to find it. I don't know. I'm irritated with my blue YZ tank. Just make it clear. 100%. It's ridiculous. Congrats on the bike. I'm coming off a similar hand injury. No pins though. 50-50 was wrong. Stoked to get right again. Yeah, absolutely. Brian King. Heal up, get well. You'll be stoked. Roy Moline, can't wait for the long haul video. We all love them when they're new. Yeah, absolutely. It's info after 80 hours that really want to know. Thanks, Roy Moline. But by the way, you got to come over right it. You're an Italian guy. Well, you're not Italian. I don't know. Maybe you're Italian, but you like Italian bikes and Swedish bikes. But yeah, you got to come ride it. The motor, like, let's quick talk about the power delivery, because I can say it is very different than a YZ and also very similar. So it does not have the YZ hit at all. And that, I think, is not so much the 300, but has more to do with the power valve and the mapping. So it's got really smooth linear power, even in both maps. The hot map is way faster than the slow map, but it's just all electric on your hand. Like, it's super cool. It over revs really, really good. I'll find out more about that in the dirt. Like, it's kind of hard to tell on the pavement. I mean, yeah, it feels like it's over revving, but you're not really, I don't know. It's not a great test, but it feels like it over revs well. It does not over rev as well, I don't think, as my KTM 300, because the vibrations, you can feel them. The KTM 300 is stupid how it over revs. Let's see. Kisco, price difference versus the YZ. So here's the deal, guys. I paid €8,000 for that bike. So that's $8,300 right now ish, in euro, like to dollars. So I paid €8,000 for the bike, and then I paid $3,300 for shipping it from Romania to my house. So the total, all told, is just north of $11,600, under $11,700. So that was to my door, through customs, through taxes, through duties, all the shipping, clear, free, my motorcycle, $11,600. That ain't bad for a bike from Romania. Now, that's way more than a YZ. I can go buy a YZ for probably find a YZ for $7,500, $7,000 if you like beat someone up over it. They cost more than that, I think, the MSRP. But anyway, so yeah, it's more expensive, but it's also got electric start, fuel injection, 300 lights, yeah, all the things. So there's that. When are you going to take it up Eagle Valley? This weekend, Mike Shannon. My kids are going to. I'm not going to. How does the hit of the motor feel? More KTM TBI-ish? It's way more KTM TBI-ish, Justin. Scott Phillips, how well am I healing? Very well. I've got this on just to keep me from doing something stupid, but it feels pretty darn good. Steve Stanton, I have a Minerali 49cc moped from the 70s. That's awesome. Randy Hatch, what's happening? Marco, what is up, my man? Petsika, I gave you a hard time a little earlier. You missed it. I'm glad. I gave Italians a hard time. Sorry you missed. I call it, Yamana. Sorry, yeah. Cycle Farm, yeah. So basically a Yamana. Everyone likes to try to get the YZ snap out for woods riding, but I love having that snap when I need it. Dustin S. I agree. I love YZ. I love the way a YZ feels. This is not going to ever feel like that, I don't think, unless you got a hold of the mapping software. You could definitely do it then. Although with the 300, I don't know. You could probably do it. Like, you'd have to change the power valve timing and all that stuff, because it's right now it's a very linear power valve like opening. I can feel, which I like for the woods and all that stuff. But when it's in the hot map, dude, it zaps. Like, I don't think it's going to be lacking on any power. Quick note on the pipe and silencer. So the pipe, definitely YZ pipe fits. I'm 99.9% sure the silencer will fit, but I will be finding out because my kid has a couple extra silencers. Keith McQueen, take care of the hand and no ice without spiky tires. No kidding. Unfortunately, those spiky tires are on KTM wheels and not beta wheels. Marco, definitely come by. See the Italian beauty. By the way, Marco Pezzica is my Italian friend who lives here in Colorado and helps run the big marble quarry factory out of Delta. And Marco, I love you. You're my favorite. All right, what are the questions, guys? Awesome. Wait, actual Scott Waggle. I already mentioned that, but it's okay. 254 with gas in it on the scales. On my crappy little scales, I mean, as good as you're going to get. I don't know. Like, someone's going to argue, it's not really like a ship. I don't know, dude. It's around 254. Actually, I could tell you, crap, in the crate. I don't know where it is. I had it in the crate. I had the actual weight because they waited to ship it. But anyway, Gordon Simmel, is it a 5-speed or 6? I feel like I've run out of gears fast with my 5-speed YZ. Gordon, it is a 5-speed. That is another nod to the fact it is very much based on Yamaha. They did not have room in the cases for a 6th gear without like making everything too skinny and then therefore not as strong. So it's only a 5-speed, but it is the X basically transmit. I don't know if it's exactly the X, but it's basically the X. Here, hang on. You guys are getting a special treat because I've got stuff. Color. I don't like red bikes, but I really like that Fantic. It's pretty. I like it. I think it's really pretty. The graphics are definitely not as professionally installed. They're a little bubbly, but it's awesome. Spring clutch or KTM style jab. It is the spring clutch, the 6-bolt style. Let me get in here. I'm going to get you guys some info that everybody wants. Well, I don't know. Some people want compression ratio 11.5 to 1. Stroke and bore 72 millimeter square motor. By the way. Seat height. Oh, that's interesting. It says seat height 98 millimeters or 980 millimeters or 38.6 inches. I measured it. It's 37 inches. So that's wrong. Let's see. Weight in running order. So that's wrong. It says 105 kg or 231.5 pounds. Nope. Incorrect. Weight when fully laden. Fully laden. 429.9 pounds. So I guess you can, if you had bags and stuff on it. Let's see. Transmission ratios. Here we go. Someone get on the computer and figure this out. First is 1.929. Second, 1.533. Third, 1.278. Fourth, 1.050. And then fifth is definitely an overdrive, 0.84. So there you go. Let me know if you got any other questions that might be in here. It's got a lot of info, which is pretty sweet. The YZ silencer fits nicely. There we go. Dominic, I've been talking to him, so thank you. Bucky Salas, thank you very much. This is very cool, man. By the way, thank you for your thoughts and prayers. I'm getting better. Yes, Kenneth Keller. I am glad to hear that. I'm so glad to hear you're doing well. Are you going to keep the same color scheme when you put your graphics on it? Hunter, I don't know what I'm going to do. I probably will keep it kind of that red, shiny. I got to find a new graphics company, by the way. Obviously, I'm looking for a deal or free because I'm going to help promote someone, but the Design Lab Co. has completely let me down. I'm super bummed about that because I really liked his work. I really liked him, Nick Porter, but he has completely dropped off the map. He kept swearing he was going to get me some stuff. I offered to pay for it. I wasn't like, because there was like replacement things and like complete radio silence. So Design Lab Co., you're out. Someone else. I am looking desperately for a graphics sponsor. So please reach out especially if you have graphics for a Fantic. Cody Well will be coming to see me, Chase, right now. Actually, yes, he will. We've been talking. Cody and I would call us friends now. We've talked and whatever. We actually talked, not just on the camera. And we're talking about some things I can't talk about. But He will be coming. Does that have the KYB suspension like a YZ? Ross, yes, it does. Is there anything you feel you will have to change or adjust? Kisco, I'm going to put different bars on it. I'm going to put different pegs on it. Put my down and back pegs on it. Obviously, I'm doing suspension work to it because that's what we do. But, like, no, I don't know. It feels good. Like, the motor feels good. I need to get it out and, like, actually feel how it feels. Keith McQueen, math does hurt. It's a 5-speed mix of YZ250 and 250X. Yeah. Tyrell Kleinsmith. Awesome name, by the way. Thank you very much. He says, Fantic looks amazing. Let me find my manual. I'll post. There you go, Tom Badlax. Thank you. How's your hand doing after pin removal? Thomas, way better after the pin removal. There's Countershocks. I have the best graphics guy. Who is that? Are you the graphics guy? Nathan, let me know. Tartan graphics for your clan. Ooh, that's a good idea because my clan actually does have a lot of red in it, which would be sweet. 551 Cycles, what is happening? Doc, how are you? Decal Works, Zach, I've used them before, and I might just be going back to them. I just recently had issues with the Design Lab. They sent me the wrong fender template and didn't want to fix it. Yeah, GV&88, man, I'm bummed out. They were doing great, but yeah. Anyway. Chris McCollum, I'll bet Cody Webb will be developing this platform for Yamaha. They are definitely going to be doing some developing, but it won't be the same, I guarantee you. It'll be close. There we go. Design Lab blew me off. Yeah. So, by the way, everybody who went to Design Lab because I touted them, I'm sorry if they let you down because they were great. And they did some really great stuff for our team and all that, but then just recently they've completely... shout out to Format Moto, Zach Perkins for graphics. He's in Durango, super rad. A history with TLD. Ooh, right on. I wonder if you can get the templates for this. This is the problem. You two are official. Yeah, Countershocks, we are official. Why do you run the down and back pegs, Mike Shannon? I like them because they help like open up the cockpit a little bit, and then also they help me keep weight on the rear wheel. So. Are the sprockets YZ? Yes, Kenneth Keller. They are. Well, the back one is for sure. I guess I don't know about the front. I'm pretty sure it is. We're gonna find out because eventually I'm gonna take that 14 off of there. I'm gonna run it stock. By the way, another question that's been asked a lot. I'm running this thing bone stock, at least with my kids on it, so we can get a kind of a baseline. I hopefully I will ride a bone stock, but I don't know when I'm gonna get to ride it exactly. And I got a lot of parts showing up, so we'll see. I don't know. But definitely going to get a lot of hours, or not a lot, but some hours on it, bone stock. New bike, psych, absolutely. Spiker Sasquatch, what's happening? Can you access the filter from the side? Yes, Dust to Dust. You do not have to take the seat off. It just comes right out the side like a KTM. And it is the last iteration of KTM filter. It's the same cage, same filter with the two little nubbins. It's the symmetrical one, not the new one. So, yeah, it's a KTM filter. Rumple Force Scrub. The bike is so rad. Thank you. Evaluation graphics. Hit up Brandon Chase right now. All right. Does he have access to those stuff? That'd be great. Session with him this AM for 03. Yeah, Doc, let me know. Let me know what he says. Obviously, I'm looking for a deal because I'm going to try to get them a ton of business. So... yeah, if I gotta pay for graphics, I'll pay for graphics, but I'm trying really hard not to. I just want off Italian bikes. Now do this, and I'm drooling. Yeah, I know. Here we go. Tom the Battle Axe. He's posting our gearing. So let's see. I just had it. Let's see what the difference is. So first is the same. That's 1.929. Second, 1533, same. Third is on this one is 1278. On the YZ, it's 1313. So there's a little bit bigger gap there between second and third. Then fourth is the same, 1.050, and fifth is the same. So bigger gap between second and third than on the YZ. There we go. And Tom, yours is the X. Right? I think so. So, all right. What other questions, guys? I am going to shut this down at 8:15 because I have things to do, as you can imagine. I hope if I missed your question, ask it again because there's a lot of questions. By the way, if you're watching and you're having fun, make sure you hit the thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel, for goodness sakes. Subscribe to the channel. Guys, Fantic content is coming in hot and heavy. Lots of other awesome content coming. We're going to Baja in February with this motorcycle. Taking this thing down there, assuming it doesn't break. If it doesn't break, but between now and then, I'm taking it. So we'll see. What's the price at the door, Jason Rush? So yeah, no offense, I mentioned that before, but I will say it again. I paid $11,600 to my door, delivered to Montrose, Colorado. Superfast 502, where are you in Colorado? Just came across your channel. I am in Montrose, Colorado, Superfast. And Tom the Battle Axe, the 250X. So it sounds like the only real difference between this and the 250X is third gear. Countershocks, there you go. Any power valve adjustments? No, not on the outside because it is electronic. And the actuator for it is the same as the KTM. Like, exactly the same. Super fast, yeah, Montrose. That's where I am. But no power valve adjustments that way. But the power valve being electronic, if you can get into the ECU and map it, you can do that, which would be sweet. But I'm not there yet. And as far as mapping and all that and having troubles, Torben sorts of what's happening. Yeah, if I have troubles, I'm going to have troubles. That's why I've kept my KTM. I haven't done a giveaway on that yet because I don't want it. It's my old reliable right now. So yeah. Yeah, I should be able to get to. Chase, right on the graphics. Cool, thanks. What's the suspension? Just join the live feed. Jason Rush. It's KYB front and rear YZ stuff. Feels. So we have a little bit of a rock garden out front. It's not much, but I'm going through that. It feels okay. I don't know. It feels like 250X suspension, softer than a YZ. My riding season over unless I go to private land. Everything stateside, closed for the year. I live vicariously through your videos until April. Right on, Dustin S. Or just come on out to Colorado. Chase right now. Okay, Chase, can you email me his information? It's Morgan at Highland-cycles.com. I will put it in here in the comments. Ooh. There we go. Please email me his information. I'll get a hold of him. I'm calling the bike the meatball. That's right, the spicy meatball. Who makes the ECU? Todd Flaska. Athena makes the ECU. Athena is the ECU manufacturer. So yeah, I like that. If the fuel injection is actually Delorto, I'm terrified. I'm just going to say, if you've ever worked on a Delorto carburetor, you know why I'm scared. How is the seat? Both my TM sucked. Feels good. Thomas McIntosh, seat feels fine. I mean, again, I've actually only been riding it sitting down on it because of my hand, but it has just been on the pavement, so I don't know. Neil CYR, I don't know how you say that, but that's a cool, looks awesome. Any plans to dyno it? No, I don't. There's no dyno near here, so no. We'll just butt dyno it. Guys, if you're watching, again, please hit the thumbs up. We got a ton of thumbs up and a ton of people watching. Thank you all very much, by the way. If it's Athena, you should get with Taco Mike about tuning. I know, 5280, I will be doing that. Does the injection have TBI and TPI mix? I thought I read that somewhere. No, Torben, it is. I think that's because people saw something on the side, which I don't know if that's in the first video or what are the, I don't know. No, the fuel injection is only TBI, throttle body injected. There is a thing on the side that looks like a TPI, but that is actually the crankcase pressure sensor. Off to the anyway, yeah, it's pretty cool. HBD Motor Graphics in Holly Hill, Florida. Right on. Do you know? I mean, I need someone that's got templates for a Fantic. That's the problem. I know, Scott Phillips. That's what I'm saying. Delorto, gag me with the spoon. I 100% agree. That's what I saw. I was like, oh God, no. Please don't run like a Delardo carburetor. But it doesn't so far. One thing I'm finding and that I will be digging into, I hope today, probably, is there's no idle adjustment that I can see from the outside. I think it's probably covered up with some plastic. Hopefully it's not like the KTM one with the got to heat it all. It might be. Anyway, it's stupid. They are saying that the idle adjustment is the air screw. There's an air screw, just like all the other ones, and they're saying the idle adjustment's that. And it does raise and lower the idle, because if you lean out a two-stroke, it'll raise the idle. I have found, because I fiddled with it a little bit yesterday, and I didn't film it because I didn't film it because I don't want to show me screwing around not knowing anything. Although I am doing that when I just unbox it. But anyway, I will film it when I figure this all out. But when I closed the air, because the air screw was open like 3.5 or 4 turns, and it was running good, but it kind of had a little pop on D-cell. And maybe a little bit of a bog when you whacked it really hard, and just it was fine. It was totally fine, but it wasn't perfect. So I started fiddling with it with my kid. Thomas was here, and I messed with it, and I closed it down, and that lowered the idle, but it hit harder. It felt way better. I'm like, okay, so I need to figure out how to raise the idle with that thing closed. So that's coming, and all of you Fantic people who got one, you might be dealing with the same thing, because I had one guy tell me his bogged. He just couldn't fix it, different maps and all this stuff. I think the idle's too low, and that the air screws opened up too much. So, we're gonna fix that hopefully today. Counter shocks. Is the clutch basket all aluminum? I don't know yet. Probably. And it's probably not billet. It's probably just a YZ clutch basket, so it's going to kind of suck. Its clutch, by the way, is stiff. It's a number 10 hydraulic clutch, but more importantly, it's the Yamaha style clutch with the 6 springs or 5. I don't know how many springs. I think it's 6. But so it's a good clutch, solid clutch. Nothing wrong with that, but it is stiff. And R Enduro is sending me an easy clutch for it because I'm soft and I like those. Do you know if you can get Fantic specific parts stateside? Not yet, Rob. You cannot buy Fantic specific parts stateside, but I have a guy in Romania. Good. Yeah, Tom Battleaxe. Good old TPI idle screw mod thing. 100%. Christian Mills, will I be racing it at Weeby? Yes, I will. My KTM is going to still be my main race bike, but I am going to definitely get this thing dialed in and race it. And I'm going to let my kid race it. Actually, I'm hoping to make sure I have everything dialed by January 25th, because I'm really trying to get my kids out to the first round of National Hare and Hound and get this thing on the start line with my boy. Weeby Racing, MJ, that was a great session. Thanks so much for joining me. I love you, man. I can't wait to see you here soon. Torben Sorensen, Canada for parts. Yeah, do the Canadians actually have these bikes yet, or are they just saying that they're going to? I know they're going to. But there'll be parts available in this country at some point. I cannot, drive me nuts. I wish I could say what I know, but I can't. I promised I would not. So, but I can say that there will be parts in this country. There will be bikes in this country. I'm going to say that. Unless something completely craps the bed, but yeah. All right, guys, it's 8:16. I got to go. Thank you all so much for joining me. Punk Rock Club, you know I love you the most. You are my absolute favorite people. Here, real quick. That's maybe my problem. I had to increase the idle a bit so it runs a little. Yeah, dude. Dominic, I'm going to figure out how to fix that today. That's the goal. Torben. Okay, yeah, they do have them. That's awesome. And I think Baja does need an Italian invasion. It says more on way. Torben, right? Yeah, I've heard that they got way more coming. So anyway, Punk Rock Club, you know I love you the most, except for my family and God. I love Jesus the most. Then it comes my family, then Punk Rock Club, and then all the rest of you guys. So I love you guys. God bless each and every one of you. I really hope you have a wonderful day. And I hope that what we're doing here at Highland Cycles is inspiring you guys to work on and maybe just step way out of your comfort zone and buy one of these crazy